Hello, world. This is an alert that needs to go out to everybody. The only way you can get it is to go to my website. I don't have one, but just go there. There will be a list of dirty words. Alert! 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 Um. Okay, so forget about the website. So basically, I got sleep last night. Alert! 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 Basically, when I said I was gonna, I said 12:15. I'll be on at 12:45. Basically, that's when I ended up going Betty by. I wrote one last message like, "Oh, actually 12:45," and then I went to sleep. I feel so much better. And on top of it all, I smoked a little pot. Oh, I slept on my arm. I did one of those sleeps where I passed out. Like I didn't go to sleep. I passed out. Oh my arm! I can't even move it. Ah, oof. Alert! It was obviously a joke, all right? Oh my god. I actually got worried about this stupid alert for a little bit. I was like, last night. And Moth, it's a joke, all right? Like, it was a little bit dramatic. And, like, I don't know. Like, everyone watching it was like, okay, so just go to your website and I don't know. Like I picture it like I haven't gone yet because like I said, I passed out. I just researching Notre Dame and doing everything I've been doing, plus my daughter. I wasn't sleeping. I actually like slept last night. Like I slept since probably 12:30, something like that. From 12:30 and now it's 6 in the morning right now. Um, So I figured I'm not gonna wake anyone up by going live. So it'll probably be like no one in the room. But wow, CJ Blaze is here. Helen Bushel is here. I know this is a better time for you. Good morning. It's 6 in the morning, and just between us, since there's only three of us in here, like it's not gonna go out after to a bunch of people. But yeah, last night on top of everything, on top of all those things, I smoked a little pot. There's a new dispensary that opened up out here. I don't know why I whispered that like I'm a child. But there's a new dispensary out here. Ah, my arm. Like seriously, like my arm hurts so bad that if it actually like continued to hurt like this for like, let's say like 24, like more than 24 hours, I would be convinced that like it's broken in the elbow. But I think it's just I woke up weird. I slept on it really weird because I didn't expect to go to sleep. I really was just gonna do a show, at least get two calls in. Just I didn't do one the night before, and I didn't get no sleep the night before. I mean, that's why. One thing I'm happy is that I was at least let everyone know, like, hey, like, don't like, unless it's an emergency, like, don't call my phone or get a little dramatic, like some people, to the point where I have to be on the phone with you the rest of the night, and it's like I have it, and then finally when like she ended up laughing and being happy, that's good. I was happy, but I was like, all right then, all right, I gotta go. Like, just like I hope anyone would like check on someone. Um. Even though I kind of like in the back of my head had thoughts, it doesn't matter. Like didn't want to like live with something forever. And also, I care about you guys. Like once you're gone, you're gone. And I mean, I'm actually right now. I love reading like cool old books. I read it like half of it before, but now I'm reading the whole thing. I've gotten past that halfway point. Dante's Inferno by I couldn't even pronounce it anyways, just Italian. But I um was it someone named Dante? I think so. Yeah, it was. Yeah. But anyways, so I read it and it's like Um, People who commit suicide are pretty close to the worst part of hell, according to this book. And like one thing that blew my mind with that book, right? Any of you guys familiar with Jonathan Clark? No, he's always talking about the scorpions. Well, hey, then he showed me so much proof in the past 2 months that there might be something to this theory of the pit when the pit opens, these scorpions, that it's biblical, and I started seeing it in the Bible. I started seeing it, and it's all in that book, Dante Inferno. He saw a scorpion, 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 scorpion. So he saw that a lot. But anyway, so this. Oh, alert! 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 I just read a book. All right, now here's a list of dirty words. We're probably going to war with Iran. Yes. Okay. Although last time I said that, my stream shut down. Okay. You know, well, I don't want to make it too serious because you guys know, Mark knows I love him. I have my own way of kind of like doing things, but also a sense of humor about it. He's had his moments with the in the middle of the night, the plane going overhead, and the world, the sky is falling type of stuff. But to be honest with you, he's right. The sky is falling. I mean, it is a scary world we live in when you look at everything at and then like really put it all together. It's like the technology, who's really running the world, who they're masquerading themselves as, and you know what kind of wrath that brings. God loves those people, and the his Israel. It's true. It's in the Bible. Motherfucker. Anyways, it's like signs as I'm talking about. Wow. A brand new lighter stops working. Oh, my arm. Alright, so my arm hurts. Alert. I have a list of bad words that I don't say. Alert. Um, I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know. We bust balls out here in Boston. I hope you can take it. I hope you don't take this all serious and like, I helped you and how you make a fake alert joke video. But then again, who knows? He's right. Like I said, this guy is falling. I mean, not like kind of. I think like I only kind of like am doing this because I think he scared the shit out of a lot of people last night. Including I went and reread chat. Literally, like, you ever like hear yourself on the phone or hear your voice or see yourself at a certain point and cringe? Well, that's how I felt last night. And then there's a comment, and it said something from Boston. He said he looks like he's jammed, and I don't know. Out here in Boston, like we know the deal with that, and a lot of people probably know what that means. But I was like, I took offense to that. I wrote back to him. I don't know, just because I've been jammed before, and you know what? Like, no, I have a baby. Like, what are you out of your mind? I'm 33. But then again, he's not really out of his mind. You come out here to Boston, I'm telling you, a whole generation got wiped out, worse than World War II from that kind of crap. So, but no, I'm just extremely. You must be new, but anyone could tell. You could see what hours I'm up until doing the show. You know what time I wake up with my baby. She's not up yet because last night, like I thought, she was a pain going to sleep. That's actually when I fell asleep. That's why maybe my arm hurts. I fell asleep like with her, and then later down, I kind of like woke up for a second, or like 1 in the morning, and then later down, she must have fell asleep. Well, she was like falling asleep first, but she needs to like be asleep for a good 15 minutes before I can lay her down. So, if there's gonna be like her not waking up, and even if she does wake up, she'll cry for 2 minutes, go right back to sleep. But but anyways, what was I see? Why did I say that? I forget. But anyways, so I kind of like, I should. I don't take offense personally because you know what? For all he knows, I'm just some guy, right? I mean, watching when I rewatched it, I was like, oh my god, look at me. I was like, I need to sleep. I look ridiculous. And then on top of it, like I said, um, they made medical marijuana legal a while ago, and I could have got my medical marijuana card 5 years ago. Never did. Never was a well. Actually, when I was younger, I was a big pot guy, but I wasn't huge on smoking weed. Like once every couple of months. But then yesterday, I really just wanted to get some weed to help me sleep. That way, like as soon as I'm ready to go to sleep, yeah, that's what I do every night. By the way, yeah, I read her a book. That's our routine. Sometimes two books, but she has so many books, and yeah. So, anyways, but so okay, so I went to a real dispensary, like a recreational dispensary, because we have those now. They just started opening up like I don't know 2 months ago, but I had never been. I had never been to any type of dispensary. I was like fascinated to go in. You go in, they give you like a binder, and you go in, and it's like the devil's lettuce, an eighth, $50 plus tax, which means $10. I mean, it's heavily taxed, 20%. And I live in Massachusetts, so it's basically $60 for an eighth, which is double what it costs on the street. But the quality is unbelievable. So all you really need is a couple hits. I smoked a joint, and like 3 hours later, I was live, and just the whole combination of the no sleep, the smoking the weed, all that. I'm just like, so yeah, uh, you shouldn't go. Don't. But yeah, that's just a testament to the research. I mean, there's a lot of people on here who will also be like, oh, I spoke to him for like 2 hours, yesterday, and someone will say, oh, I did too, and someone will say, actually, there was one that I stayed up with him after after the show went off, and I was on the phone with him. You know what I mean? Like really interesting calls, and like um, the scholar who called in that, like calling him that. That's the best way to call him. I mean, he hasn't watched television in 30 years. It's crazy, and he is full of information because he spent all this time while we're watching TV. He spends it reading books. That's why he's on the board of directors of whatever he is, and he's this very intelligent man. And he can see through the BS like nothing. And he's taken a liking to me because he doesn't see no BS. Alert! Alert! Um, No, that's not saying the Moff is BS. Moff's not BS at all. Moff's done something amazing. So this is not a diss on Moff, but I'm gonna bust his balls for last night. I don't care. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's on this like list of dirty words. That's how I picture it, like like a list, like Iran, Israel, like just like all the things he won't say. You know what I mean? Like nuclear. Like I don't know. I don't know what. Did you guys see this list? What was on this list? I mean, the thing is, I look at his audience. I would say his average audience member ranges from anything to anything because it's a huge audience and a very active audience at that. I'm surprised that my Fugal News hit 100,000 and my Fugal TV is not that close. Because what he does on my Fugal TV seems like groundbreaking. You know what I mean? Because like He does such a good job with OBS, like, and it's like sometimes I try to like set up something cool, and I'm like, no, but that would be copying him, so I'm not gonna do it. But I gotta figure out my own cool thing, and I will eventually. I mean, he says it all the time at the beginning, like there was no quality, and then as he started making money, he started, kind of being able to buy different equipment, was donated some. And I remember mentioning something about like a contest. And I never heard anything about it again. Either that or I maybe like missed the show. It was one of the nights that I catch probably 80% of the shows live. Like last night I didn't catch the show if there was one. Because I know that there was an alert. So yeah, in chat. What was in the alert? He didn't do a show. He just did the alert. Would you say Charles Kelly? Well, there go your show. Bye bye. Listen, first of all, I fucking love Moth, and I don't care about swearing. I don't care about saying certain words. We're allowed to be different. How about there you go? Bye bye. If that's how you mean it, if you mean like something like that. Oh my God! Some people are so. Ugh! You must be from California. Get the hell out of here, you clown. Well, there go your show. No, my show will be what it is, and my show will be me unauthentic. All right. If I was fake and trying to be exactly like somebody else, nobody would. It wouldn't come off right. And that's like the only advice I can give to anybody. And I encourage people to be creators too. Maf encouraged me to do this. Like not like, encourage and saying, "Hey Matt, but no, he encouraged me by seeing him and the way he did it and the way he was himself and the way he thought up a way. Sorry guys, you know what? One thing I also did, obviously like half asleep was not plug this in. But yeah, that pissed me off. Somebody saying that whoever that was, like honestly, I don't need you. Bye. Like seriously, I don't need these like hypersensitive. Like, all right, do I have to like go over the? Do I have to like prove myself? Prove myself to Marv. Like, I love Marv, obviously. All right, I don't consider myself a member of any group outside of why like the Wise Guys sports betting group. That's it, and that's really just me. But there's a bunch of people from work that watch it, and they at least watch the Twitter, and I give out gambling tips and things like that, and I have a 68% win percentage. Well, win slash push. I always need to add that because I guess without the push, it'd probably be like 66. I hate that number, but that would probably be the percentage, to be honest. But yeah, I love Moth, and the only family I consider myself, a group I consider myself part of, is the Fugel family. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gotten my first like 350 subscribers. I wouldn't have gotten a lot of subscribers. I would say about 60 to 70%, actually even more than that, are people who came from Mafugo originally. So, but I also remember Maf encouraging people to be themselves. I don't know. Out here, we bust balls with people we like, and I'm just kind of busting balls a little bit. If you take it personally, I'm sorry, but I haven't said anything like mean or like, kind of with bad taste, I don't think, have I? No. I'm just saying, I think it was a little much with the alert. That's all. All right, but I understand. I get it. Like it's very tough to get people to go to a website. Like, Alex Jones, for example, that huge following. I mean, he's so big, he still has people go to the website. But yeah, I have. And by the way, I'm on Discord as well. I'm on Discord, Crypto Q. And you know what? Had I not fell asleep like that last night, I would have been right there looking at the alert. I actually haven't even seen it myself. Probably not even, right to make fun of it. But I think I have an idea of what it is. There might be some intel in there that'll be interesting. But, I mean, well, if people are taking it like that, like, sorry, you need to, like, lighten up, honestly. Who was that? I'm gonna put you on blast, you snowflake. Um, but you're precious. You are precious. Oh, I don't think it shows up because I reloaded the stream, maybe. Anyways, whatever. It's in there. You guys can see it. Whatever. So if you guys think I'm acting like that, I think that was one person, but honestly, I really do like Moth. Okay, and I am part of the Fugal family, and I'm proud to be. But he is 100% about his craft. Um, and as am I. I just do it in a different way, like, I mean, he does a lot of research. But he set it up where I think um, it's almost like creating like an intelligence network. Like, I know what an intelligence network looks like, and it's almost like set up like that, where it's a viewer powered intelligence network. And that's amazing. I don't have that, I don't have as many subscribers, but I have to, like, I'm talking to these people for hours. Some of them end up being total bullshit. Other ones totally legit, giving me real drops of intel. Um, I get so many interesting emails. But sometimes it's like so much. It's like too much. It's like, so I kind of get it. That's probably what he made this for. It's like so much intel, and not just that. When you have that many subscribers, the channel becomes so much more valuable that you have to be careful, not just to have the channel yourself, but to have the platform for the people, because that's what he's doing it for, right? Right? The people. Um, so, that's, I don't know. I feel like I have to now, like, so people don't take this the wrong way because of one snowflake. But yeah, alert. Um, just think it's funny. I don't know. I think it's funny. I think it's a little bit sensational, and it's, you know, probably scared the shit out of a bunch of, I'd say, his demographics for the most part. It has everything. I mean, ranges from kids to people in their 80s and all different backgrounds. You can tell by the calls. But I would say the main demographic is, I mean, because he goes on so late, I would say the live shows has more West Coast, but I think the main demographic is actually like Bible Belt in your 50s Christian. I would say that. I would say that's probably the number one demographic. And I don't know. I would, if I'm being honest, I would just say, like, the reason why I'm kind of busting balls as well is I think, certain things you don't want to scare the shit out of people to get them to go to the website. But then at the same time, I understand because this is me being honest. Okay, this isn't an attack. Because trust me, if I ever make an attack video with somebody, you guys know how I go. All right, I don't go halfway and talk about, hey, I love you, but no, that's not how I talk. Because I really do love Math, and I owe a lot to Math. And there goes your show. Bye. What? So what? I get to sleep now? Is that what it is? All right. There's certain people that have shown to be loyal, and I'll always feed them intel. Not sensitive intel from when I was in the military. All right. You know who you are. All right. Don't ever come to my door again. That was ridiculous. But, I haven't made $1 on YouTube. Not $1. I've been over 1,000 subscribers. What for like 3 weeks now? Longer, a month almost. I haven't made not one penny on YouTube. Not one penny. No, I'm not saying that to say like, like I'm cool and all that. Because honestly, I wish I at least made like a little bit of money, like on paper. But the thing is, there's certain things I won't do. Because if I go do Patreon, now Moff actually brilliant. There was a brilliant idea he had, and I was like, actually, that's brilliant. And he was like, if you come to Patreon, you get like a Mafugal T-shirt. Now that's brilliant because that's what I see. That's a good idea. Stuff like that. You give out merchandise, and they get to wear something cool like that. If they're a Patreon, that makes sense because that way he's not withholding information from his general audience. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. I didn't think anything like that. That was brilliant. Um, so I always say I'd never do Patreon because it's like, well, I am not. I'm only gonna, I'm not gonna withhold intel from anybody that comes to my channel. But yeah, so yeah, I'm busting balls about the alert. I think it was a little dramatic. Obviously, a way to get to the website, but all I know is that I'm going. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to that website. I'm gonna sign up for my Google alerts. You know what I mean? What if something really does go down? I mean, there is some reality to that. Like, what if something does go down? The only thing is, I bet you a lot of people have the shit scared out of them, and I kind of feel bad about that. But at the same time, whatever. I mean, that's just the thing. It's just like for anyone in there. I'm not even reading chat, but when I glanced at chat, I heard someone someone go, "There's your show. Bye." Like there goes your show, as if like, oh, my precious show. I mean, trust me, like I built a community, but I'm pretty sure I can make a second channel, and those who love joining me every night, those who love the intel I give out, those who appreciate me, who actually know me because I never even saw that person's name in my life. He saw an alert and clicked on it because he's the exact type of idiot that falls for crap like that. But actually at the same time, without doing the whole alert thing, I think everyone should go obviously to myfugal.com. Well, no, I think it's myfugalnews.com. I don't know. I'm gonna know in a minute because I'm gonna go. If you guys want, I could go on the main channel and we can all go. Yeah, it might be an idea. But yeah, this was not a diss to him at all. In fact, kind of like ruined the whole friggin' like my whole vibe. I was just trying to like bust his balls. I don't know. That's what we do in Massachusetts. I don't know. Some of you guys take stuff way too serious. And also, the only thing I'll say about it that's negative is, but then again, that's who he is. So I'm not gonna fault the man for how he is. Sometimes he's so into it, just like I'm so into it. But like I end up not sleeping and look like an idiot on TV. And I might take that video down, scratching the ticket. Yes, I thought that was a good idea, but like it took 2 videos to do it. I'm like half asleep. I'm talking. I couldn't even like understand myself. Between smoking pot a few hours before, when there was a babysitter, I was able to go out and smoke pot in my car and come back in. And you can still take care of a child if you're a little bit, All right, I don't want to. My arm. Oh, I slipped on my arm. Seriously, I fell asleep. Fucking motherfucker. These lighters. See, I swear on my channel, I probably shouldn't, I've never gotten a strike, never gotten anything. I say Israel, I say Iran, I say all those words. I say George Soros, Rothschild. I'll say it, you know what I mean? I don't get strikes, but then again, I'm a small channel. If I was bigger, I'd probably be, I guess the algorithm would care more. I don't know, but we're just different in that way, and that's fine. We're all different. So it just pissed me off, kind of ruined my whole vibe. Kind of like taking what I'm saying like to heart, like as if like it's an attack. Because ask anyone who is a regular. First of all, I wouldn't attack Marv, but if I was to ever attack anyone, let's say, you'd know it. You'd know it's an attack. It wouldn't be like, is he kidding? Is he kind of serious? Is he, kind of not like this person? No, it would be extremely clear. And you guys know that. And I'm a Christian and I'm a God fearing man. And I think there's a reason that I've like woken up when I have, and why I've all of a sudden kind of reached out and gotten in touch with so many different people when I have, because you know what, I really do think that we're close to something, and I'm talking biblically. Now it's going to show up just like it says in the Bible, in the news, wars, rumors of wars, all that, and everything's coming to fruition, guys. So okay, so like I totally like agree. Yes, something's coming, and if that makes me a sensationalist, I say go read the Bible. I just don't like it. Like unless there is an emergency, you know, I just think it's a little, it's a way to get people to the website. I get it, and in the end, you're probably doing good by doing that. And you know what you're doing, but it's probably a good thing because more people will get that alert. Although, in reality, honestly, I think there's going to be the first thing that you do in war is cut the communications of the enemy, which is why cryptology is so important, because all we do is intercept communications, protect our communications with encryptions, break their communications with decryptions. Once we figure out their code, I mean, we'll let 1,000 people die to protect that information. That this is more like World War II-ish, but cryptologists, I mean, they let ships sink, like by U-boat, get sunken by U-boat. What was that? I can't even think right now. I just woke up. The British passenger ship that sank in World War II. One of you guys might have it, especially you, Helen, if you're here. Yeah, Helen, I think you're here. Helen, no, unless I know you said I was an idiot, Helen. I forget in what context I said that, but I'm definitely not an idiot. I mean, I know that much about myself. I've had IQ tests. I mean, I go to school. I had to take the semester off because of the unexpected, single father thing. But you do what you got to do. So I already signed up for summer semester to try to catch up. Then again, I would have done summer semester anyways. Um, Now I'm looking to go to BU or Emerson. Like BU is like my hope, Emerson's like my backup, and they're both I mean, outside of, I think one of the leading ones, like Syracuse is up there. I think it's Syracuse, yeah. And there's one as far as like communications, but especially like radio, sports radio, like any type of radio. That's what I go in school for. That's what I already do for work. When I was like really, really like at the top of it, top show on the top radio station, that's where I interned, and I've been someone kind of took me under their wing. A couple people kind of took me under their wing, saw something in me and helped me progress in that field with sports. And I also have another, I kind of always like hid the gambling part, but now in Massachusetts they're legalizing all this gambling stuff. So sure enough, all the radio stations now care about gambling, and they have all these podcasts, and they're always talking about spreads. So it ended up helping, because that's something I'm very good at. And I just know how to beat Vegas, and the way you beat Vegas is they know. who the favorites are. They know who people are gonna bet on. People are usually gonna bet on the big famous team with all the stars, and not some crap team that they're playing in the playoffs that they're gonna just steamroll. So the numbers are usually inflated. If you take the underdog in that type of situation every time, you will win more than you lose. That's a fact. Um, depending on the situation. I mean, sometimes things are ripe for that team to do what they do and win by 40, and that might be a situation like the other night where I actually did go with that team. I'm talking about Golden State Warriors, by the way. But, anyways, back to what we were talking about. So, yeah, I basically just wanted to, kind of make light of the whole alert. Can anyone tell me what was in it? Or is it too sensitive for keyboard on a live stream? Yeah, I saw the Hopi prophecy. Yeah, I watched that, Scott Rogers. I watched a lot about that. Yeah, and with the Blue Orb stuff, yep. It's a good point, Scott Rogers. Very familiar. Well, no, I do feel better, Angel Eyes. I feel 100% better. I went to sleep. That's all I need to do was sleep. Literally 8 days. I didn't sleep more than 3 hours. That's 100% truth right there. Um, Either I'd be doing a show or I'd be on the phone with somebody, or the one night I actually thought I was gonna get sleep, which was the other night. This is why I also said last night, unless this is an emergency, please do not call me at between I would say 1 in the morning and 6 in the morning. Well, let's just say 7 in the morning, because if my baby sleeps till 7, or goes to sleep a little bit late, like last night, I just kind of heard her in the other room, like start to wake up, but I think that's because I was out there for a second, a little bit loud. Um, anyway, so yeah, so if you couldn't call between those hours, I mean, the obvious hours you don't call somebody basically. If you just couldn't call me between those hours, I know a lot of people, like, they go to work at 7 or 6:30. Me, I don't go to work until 1, and I get there around 1:30, and the show ends at 6, from 2 to 6. So that's when I'm at work. So that's during those hours, you're not gonna get a hold of me anyway, because you can't have your phone in there. Um, you have a computer. You have your own. They give you your own computer, so you don't really need the phone. You know, um, and people. Then again, everyone in my family, in case it was an emergency, let's say, has a way to reach me. I mean, I'm on the internet, so they can reach me in so many different ways. Um, Let me see. Let me look at chat. I can't even make jokes. I'm looking. Oh, you guys erased that comment? I didn't want it erased. I'm sorry. No, I don't think he had a show last night. Terry. I was just kind of like making light and making fun of alert at 11 p.m. But more so was like go to my website and get, we like put together all the content we can't say on air, which is interesting, and I want to. I'm gonna go look at it, but to kind of put it like that in the title, I'm sure it scared the hell out of a lot of people, and I found it funny. I found it pretty obvious what was going on. But at the same time, hey, whatever it takes to get people over there so that they do get, then they can get alerts for like smaller type events. If you think you're gonna get an alert for war, you're out of your mind. Like I said, that was another saying. the first thing they do is cut the communications. So, and then I'm not talking just military. I mean, military might be able to. Well, they definitely will be able to, like, hopefully withstand that, depending on who we're at war with. We're at war with China. I don't know. They might be able to, because the military relies a lot on the same electrical grid that we do. Now, vital parts in the military, also, and obviously, they're like, backup generators, but then there's other parts of the military that, no, totally different type of thing. Um, and we all know free energy exists, right? And that's a real thing. Well, I mean, that technology didn't just disappear, and go with Tesla to his grave. Although, as far as like for the public, it did. Um, but yeah, they knock out communications first, and there will be no warning. The only warnings you're gonna get is leading up to it, which is why I love shows like his and some stuff I put on in my show, just the truth community in general, because I can take what I take from any show, something useful, and leave the rest. And when you see enough stuff and you're up to date on current events, but you don't get all of your news from one source. Now, you might hate the mainstream media, but you can't just go to Drudge Report for your news, right? You got to go to so many different sources, as well as sources from other countries. Now, yes, you want to be scared, you want to be like kind of wary of some Russian stuff. I mean, Ruski stuff. You just kind of want to be wary of it, but doesn't mean you can't read it and kind of put it into the big picture and see where it fits. I mean, that's what you should be doing. You should be researching. You should never depend on one person to tell you everything, because not one person knows everything. That's just the way it is. I mean, if there was one person who almost knew everything, it was the guy that I kind of built the show around the other night, the historian. I mean, 30 years without a TV, brilliant man, very very smart. Just reads books, has all these connections. Um, he's gonna have me on a couple of shows. He has connections, and I guess I'm not gonna say it yet, but names you definitely know and definitely watch all the time. Two of them actually want me to come on this show and all that, and so whatever the topic is, he was like, "What do you want to do for topic?" I was like, "Anything." I said, "Whatever is going on at the time." I said, "But it'd be nice to be more prepared." So let me know what they want to do for a topic, and I'll depending on my knowledge on that topic, I'll let you know if that works for me or not. So I'll be doing that. I'll be having Anthony Patch on this show. Um, and as for that one guy who's pissed me off. Oh well, now you're gonna. Oh yeah, it was no show, and then right after that, oh there he is, Charles Kelly. There go your show. Bye bye, Charles. What do you think? Huh? What do you think? I haven't built up like an audience of my own, like, and as far as like the people who did come over, don't like to get information from different places, and people like you're blind. It's people like you that just. I'm sorry, I just can't stand people like you. Not just because you attack me personally. I can take that all day. But first of all, you act like I give a shit. I'll just make Red Pill Dispensary 2, and that's it. You know what I mean? I'll start, and it doesn't matter. I don't make any money now. I make $0. I'll show it. The only method I have put out to make money is, do you guys see advertisements on my channel? Yes or no? I'm expecting to see some no's scroll down the screen. Do you guys see any Patreon, any super chat? And I probably should do super chat. I don't know. I probably should, honestly, but I don't. I just don't. Um, at least not yet. No, and maybe I only do it on like if I'm dropping some huge intel or a video I had worked on for like a week and a half, well, first of all, that would be recorded, so super chat wouldn't be needed. But anyways, I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. But you haven't seen me do super chat, and the only thing I ever put out there because of all the emails was a PayPal. And actually, I'd like to go to the laptop, open it up. I actually checked. I didn't expect that. I thought maybe it'd be like $4.50 in there. $0. So haven't made a penny on YouTube. So there goes your channel. Guess what? My channel will still be here. All right, and you're just a baby that can't take a joke, and you maybe are a little bit too much of a blind, with your blinders on, just kind of one way, not really realizing the way things work and the reason behind things, and you don't have that type of mind. You have a follower type of mind, and that's okay. That's okay. Be who you are, Charles Kelly. You're Irish, and that's how you are. Oof, oof. You must be like one of those different, like Kelly, and like not Irish, but probably English. No, I'm just kidding, Alan. um, I don't know. You just too West Coast. But then again, at this hour, I would think you're East Coast. I don't know. Maybe you're just a wicked lame dude. But yeah, my show ain't going anywhere, and this isn't an attack. And like I said before, you guys know when I deal with people, when I attack, it's an attack. It's not a joke where I say I love you and I owe so much to you and all that, like I have. But I am gonna state how I feel and be myself. I think it was a little bit ridiculous with the whole alert thing. You know what I mean? Sorry, I speak truth. I say what 80% of you think. Okay? And I'm not talking to all of you, but just to the few who feel like Charles Kelly. Okay? I have a platform, and I'm gonna say that I know 80% of you are thinking sometimes. That doesn't mean you don't love Moth. That doesn't mean that Moff doesn't do an amazing job, and he's a trailblazer in the industry because he came up with, especially with the call-in shows and the way he does it, and just the way he's so consistent and every night, and that's why honestly I thought that when he hit that 100,000 subscriber, it was almost like as if he hit like his thousandth show. You know what I mean? Like it was cool. It was cool. I really thought it was cool, and I thought he did it right. He had a bunch of big YouTubers who have helped him and been with him through it all. Um, and he was trying to find people from when he first started. And that's the type of stuff I would ever do if I ever hit 100,000. But I will never hit anything even close to that, no matter what I do. I mean, I could give you the best intel in the world, and I will never hit anything like that. Um, it's proven to me by people like Anthony Patch. They make sure that he doesn't get more than 5,000 views. They make sure of that he's given too much science, like actual backed up science, to prove certain things. And sometimes he even goes into gematria, and I always like stayed away from gematria, but I just say a prayer first, and then I kind of dive in. And I've learned a lot about the way of the enemy, and he makes sure that he does a group prayer as well. Um, so yeah, this is not like a personal thing at all. Like I said, if it was, you'd know it. But I call things how I see them. That's just one thing I do. And now I'm pissed off in the morning. I hate being pissed off in the morning. Charles Kelly, you faggot. Oh, don't worry, guys. Leave him up there because the thing is, there's been two other people who like to leave comments that were pretty disgusting about U.S. troops and um, no, debating is one thing, that's fine. But when you're just blatantly saying disgusting, that's why I say leave it up there. And then, I have some skills. I'm not going to get into it, or else, I can get in trouble. But let's just say I know how. I mean, put it this way: I fought war. They went out of their way to spend all that money on a certain type of investigation they do in order to give someone a clearance, top secret clearance, and they spent all that money, put all that training into me, and yes, I was a marksman with a 9, but that's just because I was waiting for my clearance for so long. I got so much practice. But in war, I don't shoot guns. You know what I use as a weapon? Information. So please, Charles Kelly, I already got you, okay? So let me just kind of, I can't wait to learn everything about you after this. And we'll see what we find. Think I'm joking, because I'm not. I took actually personal offense to that. All right, because that's not what it is. I think I take offense to it because it's exactly what I was worried. I was like, I don't know, is like, certain parts in the country, are they so like soft, I guess, that they can't take a joke and they're gonna freak out and get all like, oh, you shouldn't even joke like that. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I just think it's obvious what's going on. That's that too. I didn't really want to say that. I just kind of wanted to bust balls, and that's my way of saying that. But since I'm not even busting his balls anymore because that guy just pissed me off by saying, "Oh, there goes your show." We'll see, Charles Kelly. We'll see. Because once I drop this video I'm working on, and then also the other video that I already have basically written down. It's like ready to go, and it has to do with space and some huge breakthroughs lately that make sense, and I'll be able to show why. I mean, these are the type of videos that aren't live; they're recorded. Once those videos drop, yeah, I think I'll be fine. I think I'm fine now. I think I have very loyal viewers, and I think that you're, a baby. You know, I think last night an alert like that scaring the hell out of all those people right before they're supposed to go to bed and wake up for work the next morning was a little bit, too much. Sorry, that's what I think. Okay, I wouldn't do that unless there was a real alert. But you know, sometimes if the end meets the means, it's worth it. So if he gets everyone to go to the website and get on the MyFugo alerts, along with MyFugo News, MyFugo TV, MyFugo Reports, MyFugo Fam, and all that. MyFugo alerts might be the most vital if something actually goes down. So, I can't really fault the man for that in a way because, I mean, it may prove to be very important and save lives. So, all right, that's fine. But why not maybe midday, in the description box? Um, you know, Today we are putting out our first, MyFugo alerts information. Instead, it's like alert, 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 like scaring the shit out of people. And I thought that was maybe not the best way to go about it, but maybe that's why he has 100,000 subscribers. And like Charles Kelly says, I won't even have a show tomorrow. I won't even have a channel, and I'm gonna lose all. Wait, I'm sorry, I haven't made $1 on this. So like I said, you're gonna get nothing but realness from me. And with that all said, I love MyFugo, and if I am taking what MyFugo says literally, I mean, it seems like I don't know. I'm kind of like blackballed from calling in to his show. Um, that's fine. Um, that probably that doesn't make me happy, but that has nothing to do with this either. But I don't know, Charles Kelly. Just trust me. You don't want to see me actually attack somebody. You don't want to see that. Because if I do, I'm going to put it all out there. It's not just going to be a little bit. No, 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 no. He's getting the attention because you know what? I think he does represent Charles Kelly. He's the first to say it. So at least he has like little snowflake balls. Like they're special. And but he represents once. Just look at the comments. Once I post this video, look at the comments. I already know there's gonna be all this stuff. Oh yeah, you don't appreciate it. Got you. I do appreciate it, but to be clear, what got me over 1,000 was my mods. Just to be crystal clear, um, and the first time it was great. He got me like 350 people. But the second time, I kind of felt like I was like, well, you know what? I don't want, I do want subscribers, but I don't want just anyone to subscribe because then they're not going to watch the videos. Or if you subscribe to every single person that ever mentioned their channel on the show, are you telling me you're watching every single one of their videos and at length? No. There's certain ones you're going to like, certain ones that are actually good, certain ones actually do the work. Other ones, I encourage them and they're only going to get better with practice, but it sucks. It's like there's nothing of value, but hopefully they'll learn how to be themselves because that's the best thing you can do is be yourself. And that goes for many things in life. And this is an attack. This was busting balls. And if you guys can't handle that, I'm sorry, but that's just how I go. And if it was an attack, you'd know it. Like I said, I'll do my research on one particular person. I can't wait to do that. And I love Mafubu. I think he does a great job. Like I said, I think that he got me from starting a channel to all of a sudden having 350 subscribers. I'll never forget that. I'll always be in debt to him for that. But it doesn't mean that I won't be myself. I wouldn't be talking about Moth and giving him this attention if I didn't watch him every night. I mean, I didn't catch him last night, but then again, when I looked, I didn't even see a show. So, was it say Sunday? No, Monday. So it would have been a just news. But I think he gets the drift that people aren't digging the news, or at least like the length of the news at the beginning. Um, I mean, I like it to a point sometimes. Sometimes, like, I watch the first 15 minutes of news and I kind of skip. Like, this is if I'm not catching live, then I skip to the calls, you know. And so all I'm saying is sometimes is what a lot of people thinking. A lot of people probably saw that. And then once they hear what it's actually about, it's like, oh, it's like your heart's beating fast. It's like, oh, that's okay. All right, well, I already did that last week, but I'd like to see this intel. That'll be interesting. But I mean, I just think that's kind of at that hour. You get someone's heart pumping like that, scared shitless, and I think that was 11 p.m. West Coast. You couldn't be talking East Coast. Obviously, you're gonna talk about your own time zone. So you got somebody here, let's say in Boston, at 2 in the morning, get that on their phone, alert, alert. No big deal, Cry me a river if you're gonna let it bother you that much so you can't go to sleep, but I bet you it happened to a lot of people, and I don't mean to say cry me a river, because actually I do feel bad for those people. Um, I don't know, guys. Listen, I kind of have no filter, but at the same time, I'm honest, and I'm also loyal. I'll always be loyal to Math. All right. Even if I disagree on a couple of things, I'll always be loyal in some capacity to Math. And right now, it's at full capacity, but that doesn't mean that I can't bust his balls if I want. It doesn't mean that I can't say it was, very kind of sensationalist of him to do that. Just like the flyover video, certain videos like that. You know, if hey, who knows? Maybe one day I'll wake up and I'll be running around the house naked on here, like, oh my god, I just heard a sound outside, and it's it ends up being, like one of my buddies trying to get in because the door's locked. I don't know. Maybe that'll happen to me one day, but um, I say one of my buddies. I like literally don't even like have friends. I have one friend, and the last time I saw him was Super Bowl when the Patriots were the champs. Although that was kind of scary, like the GOAT versus the Rams. That was scary. That was kind of weird. And then the final score, the gematria of it. Ooh, that was very interesting. So, anyways, yeah, you know what? I don't want to get any more pissed off. So, okay, so this was meant to be a joke, bust balls. I know that a lot of you, precious, blind, follow the leader type of people, and Moff is a leader and you should follow him. But, to the point where, like, if someone starts, like, making an obvious joke and you, like, to the point, like, you think that there's the power that my channel's gonna be gone. Just it's gonna be a mass exodus of subscribers. Oh my god! And what's gonna change? Nothing. I don't make money now anyway. Like I give a shit. The only thing I do care about is getting information out. And you know what? That might be a good thing because I don't know. Maybe when like you have like a bunch of subscribers come from one place like that, the kind of cream rises to the top, and out of the like 1,200 I got, I mean, and I can see where my subscribers came from, and I forget the percent. I think it's like 65%. It's a staggering number from my Fugle. So I've only gotten 35% on my own based on my videos, which means I only have 35% of subscribers and the same amount of money. So, but they would be loyal subscribers. So out of that number that I've gotten from the MyFugle, um, there's a certain percentage of them who have been active, who are loyal, who watch, who respect me, who a lot of you may lurk, but deep down you know you're getting truth, and you have gotten truth. I've broken 5 stories. All right, I didn't go on my Fugel's channel, and all of a sudden, when he did all his stories about the thing that happened in Seattle, which I broke, sit there and complain that he didn't give me credit. All right, I said it on my channel. I said, "Hey, I should have gotten credit for that. He could have at least mentioned me." But he has done other things for my channel, so it's kind of hard to complain. And plus, I'm not the type to go cry and complain like that. But if all is all being fair, right? Yeah, he should have maybe said, and by the way, this was broken by Red Pill Dispensary. I mean, that's how we heard about it. I mean, of course, yeah, it was probably on the local news there, but he even said it on his own channel during a video call. He said that he's seen some videos, and actually the first one to hit it was Red Pill. He said, but I would like to see it on the actual video. But whatever, that's fine. He did at least acknowledge it on the my Google TV. But I've broken 5 stories in this short time. All right, I've only really been like making videos actively. Look how far back. It hasn't been that long. So you know what? So basically, the way I look at it is, out of everyone who came over from my Fugle, a lot of you guys just kind of came over and were supporting the fam. Now, of you guys, I would say there's about half, or more than half, I would say, that realize what I'm about and appreciate it. But then there's like a few of you where I never see your name. You don't really check out my videos. You kind of look for trouble. Like one time I put no mafugo because it's Sunday. I'm like no mafugo tonight. Don't worry, call and show something like that. And like he's in the comments like, "Oh yeah, you're talking trash on my fugu." It's like what? Where do you see that? It says no my fugu. Like he read it like wrong, And I could kind of see how he could read it wrong, but you kind of got to go out of your way and go in with that mindset in order to read it the way he did. So it just kind of shows where that type of person is coming from. I mean, I've lost a bunch of subscribers. I'm sure a lot of them have already left by now because I speak my mind and I have no filter and I don't censor myself and I don't censor you. That's why your comment is still there. There's one person I was forced to censor. They were talking with my daughter, and that's not gonna happen. I don't show my daughter on the channel. I don't show. I don't. I might talk about her a lot, but um, that's it. You guys are not gonna. I'm not gonna have somebody. Not you guys, but that one person wasn't gonna say what they said about my daughter. That got them totally banned. Period. And that's it. All right. I don't tell people how to react to callers. I don't do that type of stuff. There's certain things that I don't like. I think that sometimes my fool is falling into the. Well, it's very easy to because he has a lot of power and. It is disrespectful to say next caller. Like I remember the first time I called in, everyone was like cryptologist bullshit. He sounds like he's from the ghetto. You know what I mean? Not the ghetto. He sounds like Richard from Boston, or he sounds like like some uneducated, with the accent and everything. And that's why the second time I said, listen, I know you guys think with the accent and everything, but I made sure to send my credentials first, and it was undeniable. Along with my ID, with my face. So hey, that's my face. That's this. He didn't even know my face by then. I didn't even have a channel at the time, but that's the same face that I sent him. So all that, and I'll drop that here if you guys want. I can do that for you guys. But anyways, I know you that with most of you that's not needed, but I'll do it anyways for the doubters. And what I'm getting at, I'm saying going a long way. I keep on getting off track. Is what I'm saying is that out of the people who came over, there's the people who appreciate the realness, the rawness, the intel that has been dropped, the call-ins at earlier times because you're on the East Coast, maybe whatever your reason is. Okay, um, there's a reason you're here. Whereas there's another faction of my subscribers that honestly, if you have a problem, please do me a favor and unsubscribe before I do it for you, for people like him. Okay? I'll never censor anybody. I'll never do anything like that. But if honestly, if you're gonna get offended by this type of stuff, if I want to bust balls, I'll bust balls when I want to bust balls. And if I'm gonna attack, you'll know it. All right, you'll know it if I attack. All right. On that note, good morning. Thank you, Charles.